Good morning. This is Arlene Arnold, and I'm here with Focus for the Week. And we have both a Luminary and a color card for this week. Kind of surprising, but here is the Luminary for this week, which is called Love Child. And this is really about taking care of the inner child. So we're going to investigate that. And then I was a bit surprised by the color card this week. It is this, get it so you can see the color. It's violet, and it's the lesson in violet, and a little bit of a surprising lesson. So I always know that there's something in there for us, or it wouldn't have come up. So first of all, let's just take a look at Love Child. Now, Love Child is such a beautiful, let me just put this so you can see it. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? That's the pink and a very light green. And it just has such a soft kind of feeling to it. And yet it's very powerful. So Love Child is the vibrations of 5 and 10. Those are even numbers. So they tend to have a very different frequency than if it was an uneven number. And I just want to read the first part of this so that you get the gist of what it's trying to show us. Protect your innocence with your discernment that knows what is safe and what is not, that knows what is healthy and what is not, that knows when others are helpful and when they are not. Then wrap seriousness in cotton candy while you explore the world with childlike wonder. I think in these times, sometimes we lose our childlike wonder because things seem so serious. But at the same time, you want to stay within that innocence, which really looks for the best in people, that really looks for the best in life. And at the same time, have your discernment present so that you're really aware of some of the things that are happening that are so off, because they're all coming up for us to pay attention to, not to ignore, not to have judgment about, but simply to pay attention, to be an observer, to ask, what is my part in this? How can I be of help? And maybe all that is that you sit in quietness and you just send out the frequency of love, which Love Child definitely has the frequency of love. So for those of you who have the cards, sit with this week and sit with it in quietness so that you can take in the frequency of Love Child, but also then you can extend it out to the world. Okay, so now let's look at this one that's a little bit surprising, because this is the violet, and it's the lesson in violet. And what came up out of the lesson was to be aware of any part of us that may have gone into aloofness or spiritual snobbery. Now, what that means is that those of us who have been working in the spiritual realms for some time, or those of you who are new to it but really sort of get that this is where you want to be, this is really important, because we look at what's in the third dimensional world and tend to have a lot of judgment about that, or to say, I just want it to go away. So aloofness is a way of protecting yourself, of just rising above it and then just acting like it doesn't exist. Or spiritual snobbery is about judgment of where other people are operating from and saying, I just don't get how they don't see what's really going on, or I just don't get why they would believe that. Okay, none of that really helps, because that is not operating from the center of love, which is what we are called to as spiritual beings living in this human situation. It's not about trying to change other people. It's about being true to the self. And when you feel that you are to speak, yes, speak. Speak from the heart. Speak from clarity. Speak from where it is that you live inside of you. But don't speak from, you're wrong, you need to change. That kind of thing just makes the other person dig in deeper. So we have to learn to wait, and wait until there is the opportunity. Wait till it's something that can actually make a difference, not just be out there being upset with everything that's going on. Okay, yeah, you're upset sometimes. That's okay. Take care of that. Go and have a little hissy fit for a minute. Go stomp your feet. Be the little kid for a few minutes, and then come back to your home and your heart, the totality of who you are, and be that strong presence that is very grounded and is very aware of all the help that we have, all of the love that is here for us and for the world, and know that these things are coming up because they need to be shown. We need to be aware of what is out there. But the more we are aware, the more we can come back into that grounded, loving place inside and ask, what's my part? What do I need to be doing? How can I be of service in the middle of what seems to be such chaos? All right, that's a big one for this week. So it's both love child, which means not getting rid of your innocence, still live from that place of knowing what human life can truly be, but with discernment so that you see what's really going on. You don't just bypass it. You don't get up above it. You don't just judge it. What you do is you get into that awareness, into that observer place, into that place inside where you ask, how can I be of service? Okay, my friends, this is a big one for this week. It's a stretch for us to be able to take this in and work with this. And maybe you're already there most of the time. If you are, wonderful. So we just keep working on seeing if we can hold that in the essence of our everyday, everything we do, everything we think, everything we feel. And that's not suppressing what's there. That's looking at it and saying, I'm human. And that's because we're here. And then when we see that, using our tools to release what is not helpful for us or the world right now. All right, I hope you will go to our website, which is transformationaltools.com. And for those of you who haven't taken the survey yet, go in and see how highly sensitive and intuitive you are. That's a really big part of what we're here to do, is to help those of you who are highly sensitive, intuitive, to live your life as your very best self. Have a great week. I'll see you next week.